Hey everyone, so I was recently able to test the QiYi Clock, as well as a few other puzzles, but I'll be doing videos on those later this week. So today I'd like to give you some of my thoughts on the QiYi Clock. I'd like to thank Jules and the rest of the cubicle for setting this out and letting me test it. And just sort of as a TLDR, this puzzle is amazing. Like, even if you're remotely interested in clock, and you already have like a magnetic Ling-Ao or something, you should still get this. It's insane. Even though it's more on the expensive side of clocks, it's $30. I think it's still worth it. Like, even if you hate clock with like a fiery passion, I think getting this clock will make you like the event. At least that's the case for me. So, yeah. Starting off with the unboxing experience, you've got this super nice, simple, and sleek design on the box. And you can already kind of tell that this is going to be a high quality product. So you lift up the cover, and you see the clock, a nice stand, as well as some pamphlet stuff and a few cards, but I'm not really interested in those. I've never even looked into those. So yeah, this is the clock. First of all, the first thing I noticed was that the pins are super effortless. Like, literally the slightest touch brings them up and down. It's almost to the point where it's too light. Sometimes you might be moving pins you don't want to. But that's only how it is at first. Eventually it gets better. You'll get used to it. On top of that, the turns are also super effortless and fast. You can like consistently do like 360-degree rotations on this clock, which isn't normal. On my Ling-Ao M, the pins, the magnets are super strong, and so like it takes a lot of force to bring the pins up and down. And it also, I can only really do like 3 or 4 hours at most on this clock. It's super clunky and weird after you've gotten used to the QiYi Clock. So yeah, those are the two main differences in the clock. And so for that reason, at first, I honestly wasn't really impressed with this clock. I was probably averaging like 8.5, almost 9 seconds on this thing just because it was super fast. I couldn't really control it. But all it took was just a little bit of break-in, just a little getting used to it. And I was eventually able to get my times down. Another thing to note is that you should consider lubing this clock. It's definitely not hard, and I think it's worth it. I'd like to thank my friend Jake Grahame for kind of like inspiring me to lube this clock, as well as like giving me advice over a video call on just how to do this. Really all it is, you just take it apart, take the cases, you just like dab lube on various spots around the case, and you kind of just use a paper towel to spread it around, and you do that on both sides. And I think the main difference that makes is that before lubing it, the 4-pin turns, like if you have all 4 pins up, the turns tend to be a little draggy and clunky, at least compared to like a 1-pin turn. It's definitely noticeable. It's just noticeably more sluggish, if that makes sense. But once you lube it, it just feels a bit more consistent, and I think that does help my times in the long run. So yeah, once I've lubed it, I instantly got hooked into the event. I practiced probably like almost like 3 hours of like just clock yesterday, and even today I was doing about like an hour or two of clock. I feel like I've already been able to like reduce my global down to maybe mid-7, almost even low 7, and I think with enough practice, maybe just like a week of practice, I'll be sub-7. I don't know about a week, but like I feel really good about this puzzle. Even though at first it's like super effortless and like really, really fast, you can get used to it. It's not that hard, and it's definitely worth it in the end. I feel like I can just spam TPS so much better on this puzzle. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Now you'll be able to see a few of the solves I've been able to get on this clock. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the solves. Yes. Oh. Yes, not DNF.